Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. Today we're going to discuss some recent Shiba Inu news and give you an update on what's going on behind the scenes for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. We are going to discuss some new listings which recently happened and a couple of burns which totaled about 50k, which also took place. We'll also discuss the new Ryoshi Vision token, which was distributed as rewards. But before we get to that, let's take a brief look at the market and how the tokens are performing. Okay, at the time of recording, SHIB is trading just over 7,000 units. SHIB has been traversing, in my view, between the upper 6,000s and the lower 7,000s for quite a while now. The global market cap is about 2 trillion, with Bitcoin and Ethereum. They are still leading the pack with a combined dominance of 60%. Now, the market has been fairly flat today for anyone who's been watching, and this is in stark comparison to the last number of days where Bitcoin and many other altcoins were rallying upward during the bull run. You see, there's a lot of reds at the moment. So, and in the midst of this, SHIB is also part of it. SHIB continues to travel sideways. And this is the daily chart. The daily chart shows that the second half of the past 24 hours have seen SHIB lose some structural support, and then it'll likely test this again over the next coming days, depending on how market conditions pan out. Okay, now onto the news. A new liquidity pair listing has been added to ShibaSwap. Let me see if I can find the article. A new liquidity pair has been added to ShibaSwap, and the token is called Civilization. Now, according to social media announcements, this is how it reads. There's a new token joining our Wolf list, Civilization, CIV. It will be available on the next hours in our Wolfable pools with an allocation of 20 AP. As well as other tokens, the CIV team has provided CIV tokens to be distributed to the CIV ETH WOOF users. And they've also burned about 50,000 worth of tokens, made up of 25k in SHIB and 25k in Leash. So it looks like the listings are still happening, which is good news because with each listing, as you know, with each listing comes more burning, and most people are looking for, we're waiting for a significant amount to be burned by the end of the year. So if the devs get if their intention pans out, there may be quite a significant amount burnt. But for that, we'll just have to wait and see. There was also a post by Eric, one of the developers. Let me just quickly try find the page. One of the developers, and it reads, "Hi SHIB Army, the reward distribution is running and you'll be able to see your accrued rewards in the next minutes or hours. You'll be able to claim them through a special box that will appear on the Wolf screen, berry screen for Ryoshi." So yeah, we'll talk a little bit later about Ryoshi. And our external ecosystem tokens are being distributed too. And these are the numbers for this week. So for those of you who don't know, there are certain pairs which are listed as woofable pairs, and the developers of those tokens, they for anyone who has provided liquidity with these pairs, for example, Zig, ETH, Xfund, Pearl, they get rewards in their unique ecosystem token as well. And then on this list, the new one is this Ryoshi token. So Ryoshi is a little bit different because instead of giving people rewards for providing liquidity for digging, they actually give rewards for anyone who is staked and who stakes SHIB in particular. So they've allocated amount of 1.2 trillion Ryoshi tokens to all who have staked SHIB, and this is evenly distributed amongst all stake XSHIB holders, which is interesting. So if you are currently staked with SHIB, if you check your account right now, you should see your an equal amount of this in your current wallet. And if I could just look at the bottom here, it says here that besides this update, we're proud to announce that our first partnership with the NFT project is going live soon. and this is going to be good news for one of our ecosystem tokens. So they haven't gone into much detail about this, but it looks like there's an NFT project coming out. I'm hoping it's the 10,000 NFTs, because that'll be interesting when they come out. And it looks like it'll have a benefit or utility for one of the ecosystem tokens. So some people are going to be looking for it to be a burn, but like, at this stage, I have no idea what it could possibly be. Okay, so overall, it looks like August will end without much action, since we're pretty much at the end of August right now, and it looks like September will be a month to look out for. For instance, in September, Webull, which is the brokerage exchange, it's going to start trading SHIB on the 6th of September, which is big news for all holders. And I'm not sure if it'll have any direct impact on the price. If I was to be honest, because usually those kind of exchange listings, they're really good for exposure and for legitimacy. But I find that the best catalysts in terms of exchanges, they tend to be Binance, which you're already on, and Coinbase historically for other tokens. So if that happens in September, to me that's what might make Shiba Inu catch up with the rest of the market. But we'll just all watch and see what happens there. But for me personally, as a long-term holder, my sights are more on a complete ecosystem, which looks like it'll be towards the middle of 2022. Remember, Shiba Inu project, it's different to it works in direct reverse with traditional cryptocurrencies. And what I mean by that is usually before this is how it usually happens in crypto. Usually before a fundamentally good crypto project starts, they find a gap in the market, or they find a problem, like a world problem, and then they build their project around that problem, and also they build their token around that, um, and and uh, and they solve that problem, that way. And that way, their utility and their use case, um, they hope that the utility and their use case, they can draw a community and volume around their project. Now, as you know, there's thousands upon thousands of really good there's thousands of really good projects, which are actually out there, but they're largely unknown because they fail the most important thing. And that most important thing is getting community attention and community engagement. Shiba Inu, in my view, is unique in that respect because it started the opposite way, because we have a very high community and very high engagement. And at least in the terms of when Shiba Inu started, there was no obvious use case. I believe this was a deliberate gamble by Ryoshi. I believe this was deliberately done by him, knowing that a project without a vibrant community is as good as dead. And that's what I can't stress enough. It's actually quite a miracle that we even exist, and being in the top 100, it's no small feat. And we're actually still in the top 50, and we've been as high as 18th, with no obvious use case. So this is how I see it. So now that we have the community, that's why we're building utility and use case around SHIB, because that will help build legitimacy to be able to propel us higher, and that's going to take time. And it usually happens the other way around in traditional cryptos. But we've taken care of the difficult part first. And that's one of the reasons why I'm patient with Shiba Inu. But anyway, before I get carried away, let's finish off the last update of the day. As some of you might know, you may have noticed that when you check your SHIB rewards today, there were some additional rewards from the new Ryoshi token. If I go to ShibaSwap, let me just quickly go to ShibaSwap. If I go to ShibaSwap, you'll see that there's approximately, I'm just going to scroll down here. You go to ShibaSwap, you go to Berry, then you click on SHIB. And when you scroll down to where you see your wolf things, um, you'll see that there's approximately 14.5 million Ryoshi tokens for everyone who's staked their SHIB tokens. Now, this is one of the mechanisms which was set up by the developers of the Ryoshi team, and I have to admit it's quite a brilliant way to get attention to a project, because anyone who logs in to check their rewards, they'll suddenly see there's rewards from this new token here. And I know that they're not directly affiliated with the SHIB team, but it's nice to know that SHIB holders, they get additional rewards for staking, which is actually pretty good. So Actually, I wonder how much that actually is, because I know bone at the moment is worth around about $1, and I think that's how much bone I'm getting per distribution at the moment, and I wanted to see how much this would this actually is. Let me see if I can have a look. Okay, I haven't planned this, but let's see how much 14 million Ryoshi tokens is. So for those of you who've noticed, like I've been changing the cosmetics of my calculators, and let's see, I want to show you something. Okay, cool. So first, let's go to my new open calculator. Now, I recently finished two versions of what I call an open crypto calculator, and the idea is they're able to calculate the price of any cryptocurrency outside of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, and to do some limited simulations. Let's see if we can do this for Ryoshi token. So first of all, I'm just going to try. I'm going to head over to CoinMarketCap. I'm going to go to Ryoshi Vision. Okay, cool. So basically, this is what I do when I'm evaluating tokens. You look at the price. Firstly, I go straight for over here for the supply, and then I look at the market cap. Low market cap usually means that there's room to grow. And this one here, it looks like they have close to a quadrillion. My understanding is, I think they minted one quadrillion, and then they have a burn mechanism. So let me just quickly see if there's anything we can find out from here. So Ryoshi Vision says, we have made this token in honor of the great Ryoshi who created and founded the Shiba universe. Every transaction on this token burns 1% to the Shiba Inu address and redistributes 1% to everyone who has buried SHIB on ShibaSwap. Okay, cool. So it looks like that 1%, which we've got in our burying pools, is come from is because we have buried SHIB. So, and it looks like they've got a burn mechanism. So I would assume that in this, it started with 1 quadrillion, and after about, looks like 143 million worth of volume, looks like 22 trillion has been burned so far. So let's just see if we can calculate that. So I'm just gonna go. My apologies, guys. Looks like I'm nerding out at the moment, but I'm just gonna see. So I'm gonna put their circulating supply. So that's their circulating supply, and I'm gonna jump here, and I'm gonna take their price. That's the current price at the moment. Okay, it's 144, and I'm gonna update that. Okay, that gives me the market cap at the moment. So I'm just gonna take this market cap. I'll just put it randomly here. Okay, cool. So now we've got the current price. So what I want to find out is how much that 14 million is. So where did we go? We go here. So here's 14 million from ShibaSwap. I'm gonna head here, and maybe I'll just put it here. Okay, cool. So at the moment, 14 million worth of Ryoshi is giving us about $2, and that's actually better than the bone rewards, which I'm currently getting, because I know I'm getting one or so, and I know many people are getting much less than one. So so at the moment, this is actually giving us more rewards. So let's see what else we can do with this. Perhaps let's see what happens if we to increase the market cap by a little bit. So if it was to 3x, our $2 becomes $6. But actually, how I see it is, if this happens every week, we'll probably be getting, let's just say after 3 months, I'm going to multiply that by 12. Multiply that by 12. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. So yeah, that's $75, which you're actually getting just for staking, which is pretty good, and that's assuming that this 3x is, which is quite interesting. Anyway, that's I hadn't planned to do any of this, so whilst we're on it, let's just let's just see what else we can do. Okay, I've created a new feature here which allows us to buy. So I'm gonna have a play, and let's buy 1,000 worth of this token. Actually, I need to go back to today's price, 144. Yep, then I'm gonna buy 1,000 worth of it. Cool. So that gives us, looks like I don't know, is that 6 billion? All right, let's just see what that does. So yeah, that's 1,000. Okay, cool. So if this token, and this is, by the way, this is not financial advice, guys. I'm just literally, I haven't planned this at all. I'm just trying to see what the potential of this Ryoshi token does. If it 3x's, which is very likely for these sort of new projects. Yeah, looks like that's what will happen. And I know they burn, so I'm not sure what that would like. They burned 22 trillion so far, so maybe, yeah, maybe that's a bit much. Maybe I'll just burn, I don't know, 3%, maybe 2.5%. Yeah, so it looks like that's the sort of mechanism which, yeah, sort of thing that can happen. Anyway, yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching, and that'll be it from me. And for those of you who've been asking, yes, I have been preparing these calculators, and I will be. My intention is to distribute them to the Shiba Inu community. I do. My intention is to have a version which just does SHIB, bone, and leash for everyone. I'm just trying to finding a way to distribute that, and then I'll create another version, which is this one here, the one which I personally use, and I'll find a different way of distributing that one. But it's still under development. If you guys are interested, just let me know. But I definitely think it's important for the SHIB community to have just their own custom calculator, and yeah, I'll definitely be giving out that at some point. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. This is Ace. Peace.